Hello friends, welcome to Programming Camp. So in today's video we are going to make CRUD app in PHP. So this is MySQL database I have created before named CRUD app, and inside it I created table clients and categories name, age and email. So if you want to create a new database, click on new, then name your database and click the create button, and further you can create table also. So I use my previously created CRUD app database. So we have to create this index page. I write the HTML code already for saving a bunch of time, because if I write from scratch it takes too long and video becomes very long. So I already put my HTML code in the file. Now I have to write my PHP code for the complete working of this app. So now we add our database connection file into the index.php file. I named my database file to config.php, in which I connect my application to the database. Let's see this file. Database host is localhost, name is CRUD app, username is root, and under this I write the SQL query to connect to the database. So back to our index.php page, I include the configuration file to this index.php. After adding the configuration file, we have to add the PHP code which added the new row into the table after we adding the data. When the new row added into the table, the data also stored on the backend database MySQL. So this code basically for adding the new row, and in the new row it add the name, age, email and edit and delete column. So I meet you after writing this code. So this is our PHP code for adding the new row in the table. First column is for name, second for age, third for email and fourth for is edit and delete the content if we want. And now we move on to third step to add the PHP code in our add.html and add.php file for proper working of adding the data into the table. This is our HTML code, a form code for add.html. I write already to save the time. First field is for name, second for age, and third for email, and fourth one is for submit the form. And after that, data has been added to the table. This is the basic interactive look of the form. First field for name, age, and third for email. So now we add the functionality into this file. So we move on to add.php and add the required PHP code for. After writing this above code for if post submit and do these things, we write the validation PHP code. If the fields are empty, so what we can do, if name field are empty, age or email, so in this condition what we are going to do. So I write if empty name, and so on I add empty age, email according to our requirements. So first if empty $sign name or empty age or empty email, then do the following things right in the if body. So if empty brackets $sign name, then do the following action in the if field, if body, sorry, echo. So I write simply here paragraph tag and name field cannot be empty, and for age, email, same. So for all of three, I write if this field is empty, so display the message field cannot be empty or email field cannot be empty. And after this, the last bracket of email empty validation, I write echo fill all the empty fields and try again, hope it will work. If all the fields are empty, or one of the field is empty, this message displays with it. And next, echo br, and this code is basically for go back to the add.html for correct your data. If any of the fields are empty, fill it and submit the form again. So you see, go back and add.html, and I give it class go, save the file, right, else part also. If none of the fields are empty, we move on to else part and insert the data into the database. It will get the data from form and save it on the backend database MySQL. Result: MySQL query, MySQL insert into clients. Clients is our table we are created in the database CRUD app. Client's name, age, email, values, name, and so on, age and email. And after inserting the data into the database, and it displays the success message, something data inserted successfully or data has been added successfully, and under this link will be created, view the changes. So when you click on the view the changes, you will redirect back to the index.php page, and you see the data has been added to the table in the column name, age for age, in the age column, email, and edit and delete column also for edit and delete the data. So I added data, added successfully. This is the basic code you already familiar with. After that, we write the query for update the data into the database and also in the index.php. So this is a simple SQL like query, $sign MySQL query, comma, update, and so on. Date clients the table in the database. Now we are writing the code for getting the ID. $ID, $ underscore get, commas inverted and ID. Result MySQL underscore query So now we add the PHP code in our delete file for deleting the data. So completing all the important steps, now we are reviewing each file. This is our database.sql file in which we create table and database and assign the id, name, age, email according to it. You will get it in the description box. This is our css file for styling the pages. This is our design.css file. This is for index.php and some of other two files. I add two CSS files for different HTML and PHP files. In index.php, I use design.cs file. In add.html, I use adding.css file. And for add.php, same as before adding.css. In the config.php, we're not gonna use any css file. So now review what we are done in this video. If I add name or email and leave the age field, displays a message age field cannot be empty, fill all the empty fields and try again. Go back and fill all the fields and then click on the add button. When you do this, click on add button and you will receive a message. View the changes and you see data has been added to the table successfully, and refresh your database and see the changes in the backend also. Now I add one more client data into the table and also at the backend. Then we explore the other feature of this CRUD Operations app. Click on view the changes and you see the changes has been made. Refresh the database and see the changes. If we click on the edit the data, oh oops, an error, edit.php line 6. We go to the edit.php, see the line number 6. Oops, dollar sign is missing before the id. Add it, save and refresh the page, but we not get name, age and email of the clients, so we have to add one more thing in the code. So for this you have to go to the file, edit.php again and add the value for getting the data in the update page. So I add php echo dollar sign name semicolon and copy the all code and paste into the age value, inverted commas, and change the name to age and for email and id also. By doing this you will get the data you want to edit in the update page. After finishing this, just write dollar sign underscore get brackets and id, save the file and refresh the page. So if we click on the edit, we will get the data of the required row or required client. So now I edit this data and see the changes if it works or not. I change the name, age and update it. You see the name and age has been changes, and this change also make on the backend also. Now I delete the data. Before this, see the changes in the database. When we update it, name and age has been changed. So this is the end of today's video. I hope you like my video. So if you like my video, please subscribe my channel and click the bell icon next to it, so you will get update first. And do not forget to like and share my videos. It will support me to create more content for you.